Hi guys, Elsie Jensen here. Today I am actually going to whip up some breakfast quesadillas for my kids for lunch today. So I'm going to walk you through the whole process and show you how I make their very simple, delicious breakfast quesadillas. These are going to be sausage, egg, and cheese. So I'm just going to put in these are frozen, solid, you can hear it. Frozen sausage patties. You can use any ones. I can get these both from Costco, so I do that. While these are cooking, I'm going to turn my burner on over here. I'm going to put a little butter in this pan because this pan's going to be for eggs. And have a little butter in there so it sticks. If you don't have one of these, this is called a butter knife. This one my friend got me from Sweden because my family's from Sweden, but it makes spreading butter so much easier. Once you convert it to them, you will never go back. But a butter knife or like a butter, I wouldn't even say it's a knife, a butter stick, but it's the best. So I will have the butter melting over here. I have my sausages cooking right here. And I'm gonna prep my tortillas. I'm gonna go there. The sausages are what's gonna take the longest. So I've got 2 tortillas right here, and I'm gonna cook them. I have actually, it's kind of like a skillet pan, but it's a flat, but you can use a regular pan of any type. And then I'm gonna use, I grabbed 3 tortillas, just need 2. I am going to just spread some butter on my tortilla. You guys can use any type of tortilla, flour, corn, whatever your preference to. These are cassava ones. I just picked them up at Whole Foods the other day when I was there, and we had them around. But they have to be cooked, so they're perfect for making quesadillas. But a lot of people like flour or whatnot. While we were in Mexico last week, we had the most delicious corn tortillas. We had fajitas there, and they were so soft and so malleable. They didn't like break when you ate, but they were absolutely delicious. I normally am not a fan of corn tortillas, but they were probably the best tortillas I've ever had. So I've got this. I've spread it. Spreading longer things just helps test it up. I'm going to leave this one to the side because that's going to be on top. And now that my butter is almost melted over here, I'm going to crack my eggs. I'm going to grab a paper towel. Butter is almost melted over here. I'm going to crack my eggs. I'm going to grab a paper towel. I like to, when I'm cracking eggs, I like to just have a paper towel right next to it to put the shells on so you don't drop the goo anywhere. So you just do a firm crack. Out. This makes cleaning up eggs easier. But we have there, oh, guess what, my friends? I have to go crack my eggs. But if you can look at the food, how it's cooking, I'm gonna go grab my little one. Back. I got this little one trying to escape behind our gate. He is a master of chaos and an escape artist, and doesn't matter what, he can get around it. These sausages, you can smell them here, but they sound about ready to flip. Look at that, they have a nice brown color to them. Flip them over, cook those. We have the eggs cooking over here. I just crack them in and then I use my spatula to stir them up. Some people like to get a bowl out and then beat them first. This makes less dishes and just as easy, and it will scramble up nicely. And then I'm gonna add some garlic salt. I love garlic salt. It gives a nice little flavor to it. Sprinkle a little garlic salt on the eggs. Yeah, we're making lunch for you and Teddy. And then I'll stir those up. Okay, I'm gonna put you down. You ready? You ready, babe? There you go. Are you me, my little escape artist? But you can see here, the eggs are starting to scramble up. Just needs constant stirring. Easy peasy. But I like to, this is such an easy, fast meal to make, especially for my toddlers when they're little. It is just quick, it's delicious. You can also make this for breakfast, you can make it for lunch, you can make it any time of the day. It's just an easy meal, and you don't need very many ingredients on hand. You can also make it with bacon if you have leftover bacon. There you go. Now you see how these eggs are? They're still a little bit soft. They haven't completely dried. I'm going to turn my heat off. And then I'm going to remove my pan from the heat, because even if you turn the heat off and you keep your pan there, it will keep cooking. And got my eggs done. Let's look at our sausages. Our sausage. Oh, they look like they're almost done. They're fresh in there. Oh, looks like my troublemaker over here has splashed it in the water now. Oh, you're standing in the dog bowl. You silly boy. You silly boy. Yes, you're a troublemaker. You're a troublemaker. You're a troublemaker. I'm going to actually put him in his playroom right now. Right over here. But we're almost done with our quesadillas. Oh, this is the kids' playroom. I can see them from wherever I'm at. It's really nice. It's an art kitchen remodel, so they can actually have eyes on them at all time when I'm cooking, which is so nice. My old one, right above, was actually a beam, and that was a wall. And so I couldn't actually use them. Okay, so these sausages, look at that nice sear, they are finished. So I have these, I'm gonna pull them off too, because they're done. So now I'm gonna turn on my skillet over here. I'm gonna put it on high to begin with. When you're making a quesadilla, especially if you're adding extra ingredients to it, you need to make sure you have cheese on the bottom and the top. It looks like my little one over there is cooking too. He's got a little pan. I'm gonna go check on him. But I put my cheese on my quesadilla. Are you banging? Are you banging? You silly boy. You silly boy. Are you banging? You can help me with the last part and then we can eat. He's feisty. We just got back from our cruise and he did not enjoy the long drive home, so now he has his So you put a little bit of the cheese down first, and then I'm going to pan, let me chop up, I'm going to pan some of these scrambled eggs in, just like that. And pan it in, yummy, yummy. And then I'm going to take one of these sausages, and I'm just going to use my tongs right here to break it up so that when it's in the quesadilla, you'll get chunks of the sausage instead of just one big sausage. Oh, you want down? Down? No, okay. There you go. And then I'm just gonna take this, and I'm gonna drop it on, just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I have there. And then I'm just gonna coat the top part with a little extra cheese, just like that. And then I will press my other tortilla, you can't have that silly goose, right on top. There we go. And then you can see, are you trying to be my big helper? Are you trying to be my big helper here? I know, are you ready? Are you ready to eat? Are you hungry? You wanna eat? Yeah, like this. And we're gonna just sit and cook, move it around. You're gonna wait until you can kind of see the cheese on the bottom melting. That is when you're gonna know it's gonna be good to flip. If you try to flip too early, everything will fall out. So you look down, you can pull up this. You can see it still hasn't melted yet, but it's going there. I like to do when I make this like a cheddar blend. I prefer cheddar with my eggs and sausage, but some people, if you like a spice, you can do like a spice to it. You can use pepper jack. If you are more bougie, you could use Havarti or Gouda, anything with a good melting point with it. Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. Are you so hungry? Are you so hungry? Do you want, let's see. Do you want a whisk? There you go. Are you gonna help me cook? You got a whisk? Yeah. As always, I said my life is crazy. I'm a mother of 5, and right now my older 3 are at school, while my younger two are here with me, and they keep my life busy, I'll tell you that. I do love to cook, and I try to cook them home-cooked meals as much as possible. It's been a passion of mine since I was younger. Okay, I think we might be ready to flip. Let's see. I'm just peeking up right here, seeing if there's any golden one. See how it's kind of brown and crispy? I'm gonna let it cook a little bit longer because I want it to be a little bit more golden. But over here, look, you got a nice, good cheese melt. That looks delicious right there. Mmm. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Are you excited? Okay. Now I'm gonna try to flip it. 1, 2, 3, flip. And then we're gonna cook it up. Get there, I think it's perfect. So we have a nice brown crispy. As you can see, the cheese is melting there. I will say, invest in a good set of non-stick pans. I have used so many different pans throughout time. These ones are the Hexclad. I absolutely love them, but they're expensive, so not in everybody's budget. But Cuisinart, they make a really good affordable one. I think Target or Walmart or somebody carries them. But those, you can get like a set of 2 for like $80. But they're really, those are good set. Those are good, like a good reasonable set. But you're gonna cook this up. It takes longer to cook on the first side than it does the second side because your pan is heating up. So my second side should be starting at, you can see right here, it's already starting to get brown and golden, which means our quesadilla is ready. So I'm gonna put this one, and I'm gonna put it up on my pan. And while that is waiting, I'm going to turn my heat down a little because now the pan is hot. And I'm gonna butter my next thing, because this recipe, this will make 2 big quesadillas, which my boys will probably eat 1.5 of them together cut up. So I'm gonna put this down, have it buttered, and then I'm gonna put it on here. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of my cheese on, just like this. Spread it all the way around, all the way to the edges, because you want cheesy goodness everywhere. And then I'm gonna take the rest of my eggs and spread them around. You can see the heat, the steam from it. So these are uncooked tortillas, so they'll steam up some. Pre-cooked ones, they work just as fine. They won't steam like this, but they'll sizzle up nice. And then I'm gonna take my sausage over here, and I'm gonna break it up as well, just like this. You could use ground sausage, breakfast sausage if you want to too. I just happen to have the patties already available, so I always use what I have in my house. Because like I said, I like to use real recipes, real ingredients, things that are accessible to us, to everyone, not necessarily fancy stuff that you have to go to specialty stores for. I'm gonna put a little more cheese on that, and I'm gonna pat it down. And then while that's cooking, I'm going to get my second thing, and I'll spread a little bit of butter on. A little bit of butter goes a long way on here. It actually spreads really nicely, but it just helps give it a little bit of butter goes a long way on here. It actually spreads really nicely, but it just helps give it a nice golden and syrup. And whoop, there we go. So that's gonna cook up, and let's see. Oh, it's looking like nice down here. I'm gonna see if I give you guys a peek. You see now? See how much faster that cooked? So this will be ready for flip in just a second. I'm gonna turn it down a little. Put my bigger one. This big one is actually a fish spatula, but it works really well for churning like quesadillas or anything that I need that is bigger. I'm gonna hold it here. I put under this so it makes it flipping easier, and put it on top. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I like to push some of those little droppings back in, and I'll cook it up on this side. And then we'll have 2 yummy quesadillas to have in just a second. And this one might be cooled down enough that I can cut and taste. So we'll finish cooking up. You can see the melted cheese right here. You can see it's all coming together really nicely. And it's almost done. Yeah, are you excited for some sausage, egg, and cheese quesadillas? Yummy, yummy. But this is, again, it's a really quick meal that you don't need a lot. I'll serve it with some fresh fruit. Sometimes I'll make a avocado mash with it, where I just take an avocado, cut it in half, scoop it out, mash it up, add a little bit of garlic salt and lime juice, and it's delicious. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna put that over on my plate too. So I have 2 sausage, cheese, and egg quesadillas. Again, I only used 3 eggs for this, and 2 sausages and a little bit of cheese. But look how big these are and how much they made. So I think we can try, this one has cooled down, so we can try the first one that we made first. I'll break it apart. You can kind of see in the inside of it. It's still a little bit hot yet, Teddy, so you can't have a bite yet. It needs to cool down, but Mama will try it, okay? It's really good, Teddy. So I'm gonna cut theirs up and plate them. Let me wash my hands first, or wipe my hands off. Looks like I need to grab. I've got 2 kids' plates in here. And do I have a pair of scissors in here? No, let me grab one out of here. Aha. I find with kids it's much easier to plate their food with scissors than to try to cut everything apart. So I'm going to pull this one out. And for my 3-year-old, I'm going to leave his in fairly big sections that he can just pick up and eat. Where my younger one, I'm going to cut it up more. So for him, I'm just going to do strips and cut it up. But like I said, when I cook stuff, it's real food, real recipes that we're eating right now in the house. In there, because who has the time to make food that you're not going to eat? Okay. Look how much. That is just 1 quesadilla cut up for them right now. And you see how much it filled up in there? So this could easily feed 2 grown adults or a couple of kids. I'm going to add some fresh fruit to their plate, and let's see, how about some raspberries? Raspberries, you want some raspberries?
Yeah.
Easy peasy, squeezy, quick, healthy meal for them because you've got a good protein in there, easy. We're done. Well, thank you guys for joining me. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe and catch me another time. I think later tonight I'm going to be doing a lentil soup with some lamb.